Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich with an update on our potential snow coming in Tuesday night into Wednesday. I still like the chances of snow moving in. The question is, how long is this snow going to last? How much moisture are we going to have? I still think we're probably talking trace amounts, possibly a half inch, but I'm not overly confident that we're going to see anything but a quick moving system. The concern I have, though, is this system could occur right around that morning commute on Wednesday, which could cause some issues for the road. So this is the water vapor loop, and you can see our system right here. It's going to be moving our way on basically tonight into Tuesday, but the main impacts will be Tuesday night into Wednesday. I'm really focused on some of the short range models now as the system approaches from the north and west. One model that's done really well for us this season, and no model is perfect, but the NAM has done pretty good with timing and kind of location of systems. So we'll go through today and into tonight, and you can see the system approaching. I'll let the computer get some data here. Here's our system, and it's essentially a cold front with cold air behind it, which is another kind of red flag for me, because ahead of this system today and even into Tuesday, we're going to see some really warm air surge up ahead of it. So that could be problematic for what develops. One thing you got to know about snow here in the southeast is the cold moving in at the same time as the moisture always isn't a really good setup for snow. But this is a really pretty interesting setup because it's going to get cold pretty quickly on the backside, and the snow is going to be so narrow that there is a decent chance, at least, that this fall is snow across the Piedmont. Pretty confident this is going to be an all snow event in the mountains. So here we go. We're going into tomorrow afternoon. This is tomorrow morning. You can see our cold front, our big skinny line of snow. And that's the thing. This isn't going to be a big load. This isn't going to be a monster storm. This is going to be a quick hitting, what I like to call moisture starved system moving into the Piedmont by Wednesday morning. So we'll go through tomorrow afternoon. It's still not even here yet. We'll let the data catch up. You can see it's starting to approach the mountains probably Tuesday night. We're probably talking 5, 6, 7 o'clock. It might affect the Tennessee line, but we're probably talking still an overnight issue Tuesday night into Wednesday. So there's our storm system. You can see it stretching from West Virginia all the way back down into Mississippi, where we expect some snow to fall. Notice a couple things. It's very narrow, and it's starting to pick up some speed. So this is Tuesday night around 7 p.m. We're going into the overnight hours of Tuesday. Now, what gets interesting is this moves east. There's some in the models that we might have some instability, and you're probably thinking thunderstorms. Well, in this case, instability, even in cold weather, can mean some banding of snow. So there might be some features in here that could produce some heavier snow. This is going into the 1 a.m. time frame on Wednesday morning. And notice even across the Piedmont, the model's hinting at a little bit of rain mixing, and that's the other problem. It's going to be really warm on Tuesday. Temperatures pushing about 50 degrees. So we might see this mix with a little bit of rain in the onset. So we're going towards that Wednesday morning commute. We're getting up around 6, 7 o'clock. I'll stop this at 7 a.m. on Wednesday morning. And you can see this band of snow. I'm going to tilt my camera just a little bit. You can see it, Piedmont. And again, this isn't a ton of snow. This is just a quick shot around the evening commute. The highest chances of snow are probably going to be up here in the Greensboro area as this pushes to the east. And I'm going to go out a little bit further into Wednesday. And then notice how we're starting to see a little hint of banding east here. That's what I'm curious to see what happens on Wednesday, if there isn't a little burst of snow. Overall, the amount of moisture would only say at a maximum a half an inch, maybe an inch of snow, if it's all snow and everything's perfect. So in a perfect setup, this could be an inch of snow. In a not so perfect setup, which it often is, we're probably talking a dusting to a half an inch as it crosses the area. Just to give you a hint on what this model's spitting out as far as snow, you can see very light amounts across the Charlotte area, but there's a little bit of a bullseye of about 1 inch or more up there towards Greensboro. Now, I'm not buying that completely, but I tend to think that that's something that we're going to lean out. Let's look at a couple other models real quickly here. We'll show you the European model real quick, just to show you. I have the GFS pulled up first. So I'll show you the GFS first. Same thing, same kind of band, very similar in nature. Actually shows rain initially changing to snow and then moving off to the east. Notice how light the snow is across Charlotte, and even in the GFS, same thing up towards the Greensboro area, kind of a peak in the snowfall up there. So let me show you real quickly. We'll go to the European model just to show you real quickly what it's hinting at, and it's very similar. You'll see European's been more consistent with this in the long term. It was a little more bullish. It's kind of similar to the NAM. Same kind of setup. Look at the same band, same timing, Wednesday morning crossing the Piedmont, and notice how it's still hinting at the same thing, this heavier snow to the north and east of Charlotte. So there's definitely a trend in all of the guidance of maybe a bigger burst north and east of Charlotte up towards the Greensboro area. In fact, if you look at some of the right here, this is kind of the way I'm hinting. This is the high end forecast. Up here, maybe a 1 to 2 inch. Down here, maybe a half an inch. So if you had to pin me down right now, what I'm thinking across the Charlotte area is a dusting to a half an inch, but the timing being real crucial on Wednesday morning around that morning commute, playing havoc with the roads. So the one thing that works in our favor for not a big impact is that it's going to be so warm on Wednesday. Temperatures around 50. Ground temperatures should be a little bit better. But this is my one concern, is that morning commute. If we get a burst of snow between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. for that commute, even if it's a dusty to a half an inch, that could cause some road issues. Don't expect this to be a big storm, a big snowmaker. Expect this to be a quick, fast-moving burst of snow and then gone. Kind of reminds me of that system that came through last March early on that produced a quick burst of snow in the morning, and then by 9, 10 o'clock, it was melted, everything was gone. I don't even think it'd be that heavy, but it kind of looks similar to that system, in my opinion. Fast-moving system that came in, gave us a quick dusting, and then boom, pushed off to the east. So I will post another update probably later tonight. I just wanted to do a quick update this morning because I know a lot of folks are planning. We're about 48 hours from this event. Doesn't look like a winter storm warning or watch criteria, but probably going to see a winter weather advisory issued for Wednesday morning. Stay weather aware for that commute. That's my concern about this system. Not that we're going to see snowmaking and big snowballs and sledding and all that stuff. This is really about the road issues that we could see on Wednesday morning. Hope you're having a great Monday, everybody. Stay tuned for updates as I post them throughout the afternoon.